Hey, Donald Trump, let me put it to you this way. You want fake news? You are listening to InfoWars. You're listening to Breitbart. You're listening to Fox News. How is that supposed to help you? Oh my lord, how do you even go on living like this? Everyone is already determining this guy is so unfit to be president. It's mind-boggling how even the people actually elected him. Oh, I know why the people elected him. Of course, the Electoral College. Now, this is a guy who can't shut the hell up. This guy takes on a little bit of criticism, and he's just blown up like a madman. Barack Obama gets hit with criticism. Okay, I hear you, but let me clarify what I'm going on. George W. Bush with criticism. Bill Clinton with criticism. I see, yeah, well, I can understand what you're feeling, and I'm ready to protect you. See the difference? Now, the latest that has come out is this fake news ordeal. Now, let's clarify what's going on here. You think I know fake news from anywhere else? Anyone can tell what fake news is. You listen to InfoWars' Alex Jones. They will give you information that doesn't agree with them. Or I should probably say, they have information that doesn't agree with them, and they're going to spin it into making it seem like, oh, this is what's going on. I'm telling you, this is not a human. Before I even go Alex Jones bullshit. Now, clarify something. CNN had a few of the editors resign after they made a controversial article. And you have Secretary Deputy Chief, I don't know, her title, Deputy, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She keeps she's the one with the cross. I mean, my doctors, I have eye doctors who can tell me that I'm good, that I've got less than 20/20 vision. But her eyes are just so cross-eyed. I'm surprised that nobody's even diagnosed it. Well, except for the people on YouTube, but that's beside the point. Now, earlier this week, she mutters the same bullshit, the same derogatory illustrations that President Trump has illustrated, saying everything that doesn't agree with him as fake news. Like the American Health Care Act being the least popular thing in the country, being at only 18%. No, that's fake news. This is going to be insurmountable, and when you have this health care, it'll be cost manageable. No. 22 million people, which has been down from 24 people, will lose their health insurance within the next 10 years, as it's been illustrated. And you cannot say you're cutting Medicaid. I mean, you can't really say that you're doing this to save on money when you're cutting $800 million from Medicare and Medicaid. Let's put it to you this way. My father, who has been medically retired, has to rely on Medicare and Medicaid because of his numerous strokes. He had a stroke while in the hospital. That's how bad it was, and now he can't work anymore. And now he has to rely on this. If the American Health Care Act comes into focus, is passed down with both the House and the Senate. It's already passed in the House. It's the one in the Senate. My father's going to lose all that coverage, and he's going to die because he can't afford anything. My father's going to die, and there's going to be tens of thousands of people who are going to lose their health insurance. They're going to lose everything they had, everything going with them with the health care, the ACA. Or Obamacare, as they call it. And they're going to die because they're not going to be able to afford insurance. Paul Ryan is saying that, look, this is their choice, all right? If they don't want to choose this health insurance, Paul Ryan, you fucking creep. Okay. It's bad enough that someone already pointed out, well, maybe if they stop buying iPhones, they can actually afford health insurance, which is a lame duck excuse. And yeah, that's the same guy. I think it was the same guy that actually said that he is stepping down from office today, and is telling taxpayers, "Hey, give me money so that I can live in D.C." No, we're not. Besides, that was a write-off. Yeah, it's bad enough that we have people who are going to be losing their health insurance, and it gets worse. Well, actually, it does get worse for the Trump administration with the act of, well, one editor from a local Maryland newspaper. He calls out Sarah Huckabee Sanders, saying that, hey, we're doing our job. If you don't like how we do our jobs, just stop saying it, okay? You don't have to listen to us, but we're doing our jobs. We are not fake news. Well, I mean, he does say some other items, which I know you've seen the clip of. And if you haven't, I'll have the link below. You cannot defend the indefensible. And speaking of indefensible, Trump has no defense over the Time magazine that had come out earlier this week, or rather, the 5 that are his golf courses, which are the March 2009 editions. It did not have Trump on it. It looks like it has Trump for sure, but that goes to Kate Winslet. That was her cover. For Donald Trump to rip that away and put his mug on it is an insult. Not just an insult to to the actress. The actress of the Pirates of the Caribbean series and other movies. It's an insult to Time magazine, who has since told them to take it down. Whether or not that's happened, we're waiting for the results. And now the fake news goes even deeper. And this one hit home, and I mean hit directly home, for MSNBC. And you know who I'm talking about. Mika Brzezinski. She's not. She's not Russian. She's not. No. Mika Brzezinski got an insult from Donald Trump himself. Let's put it to you this way. Donald Trump said that Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough of Morning Joe was doing fake news and attacking President Trump. And then goes on to add that why even have them at Mar-a-Lago during New Year's Eve? And then he goes on to say, well, she was badly bleeding from a facelift. I say no. Sexist, racist, homophobic, xenophobic, and you got conservative media like the NRA saying that's the left's problem? Fucking God! This fake news... You want fake news? You are already listening to it. You are listening to InfoWars. You are reading Breitbart. You are watching Fox News. They hardly tell any truth. Well, I mean, it doesn't help that the corporate media just can't shut up about you, except for Fox News, who has kept themselves away from it. But everyone else is just bad shit. This presidency is going down so fast, I can't even catch up. we're going to be drinking when he gets. Here's to your impeachment.